Hello everyone, welcome to my channel World of AWS. Myself Bipin Kumar. I hope you all are doing good. So today's topic is IAM, Identity and Access Management in AWS. So just stay along with me. I will show you and teach you and guide you what is AWS and cloud computing from scratch. So you can go through my playlist as well. So I have created all the services in short as much I can, and in simple and easy way you can understand like what are the services available and offered by AWS, and how we can create resources services using AWS console. So I am keeping and uploading a lot of lab videos, so you can go and you can check my playlist. So coming to the today's topic. So IAM, what is, so before going ahead on IAM, so we'll talk about what is AWS security. Okay, so AWS security service assist you to safeguarding sensitive data from while also meeting compliance and confidentiality standard. Okay, so AWS automates you to automate tedious security process so that you can concentrate on growing and innovating your company. Okay, furthermore, you only pay for the services you utilize. So here AWS offer pay as you go pricing model. So whatever you are using, you just have to pay for that. Okay, so security means, like, you understand, so whatever permission we are allowing and giving to the specific user, he can only perform those actions. So apart from like, if we are giving permission for S3 to a specific user, then he can only access S3. Apart from that, like EC2, IAM and other services will be not visible to him. If he try to access that, then he will get message like action is not allowed. Okay, so let's go and discuss about types of security in cloud. Okay, there are many AWS security available, but these are the top most used security tools for AWS environment. Okay, IAM, so identity and access management. There we can create user, we can create group, we can create role, we can create policy and attach to a specific user, we can create role and attach to a specific services. So Amazon guard duty, so Amazon guard duty is threat detection service offered by AWS, where you can monitor whatever threat um, occurring in your AWS account. So you can monitor using AWS guard duty. And Amazon Messiah is also a security service for data things, so you can monitor your data using Amazon Messiah. And AWS config, like configuration management service offered by AWS, so you can check like what configuration got changed recently in our AWS console. And if you have any application running on AWS, then you can also check the application configuration. Okay, using AWS config. And AWS CloudTrail. AWS CloudTrail is logging and monitoring service. If you have enabled CloudTrail, then it will monitor and log all the whatever application you are running in AWS. For that, it will collect the log and it will monitor as well. So whenever anything goes wrong, you can go to the CloudTrail and you can check for the specific period of time that log get generated by CloudTrail. Okay, so what is IAM, Identity and Access Management now? So AWS Identity and Access Management safeguard access to AWS services and resources to create and manage AWS user and group and use permissions to grant or deny access to AWS services. So it is just a basically like a giving permission. Whoever can access our AWS resources, who cannot access, and which user can access which services, we can create user and we can define the specific policy to that user, and that user will be able to access those things. Okay, according to the what policy we have defined for that specific user. So here you can see like how the flow of work for IAM. Okay, so whenever the end user try to log in, okay, so first it will assume role, then it will go to the IAM, then it will go to that service, a specific service that he having access or not. According to that he will get response. So you can pause the video and you can make the note of these things. Okay, so and you can memorize it. So let's come to this benefit of IAM. Okay, so so first benefit of IAM is scale securely with superior visibility and control. Okay, so automate and reduce risk and deeply integrated services, build the highest standard for the privacy and data security, inherit the most comprehensive security and compliance control. These are the benefit, but apart from it we have also some other benefit like MFA, multi-factor authentication, password rotation policy, like temporary access. These things are also available. So how IAM work? Okay, so these are the main things like how IAM works. So principal, authentication, then request, then authorization, then action, then resources. So first principal will be there, like whenever end user is trying to access the AWS resources, then some principal will be defined to that user, then authentication will be get performed, then request will be forwarded, then authorization means like he will authorize to that specific service, then action, what are the action allowed to that specific user, what kind of action he can perform, then resources, what resources he can access. Okay, so component of IAM, so there are 4 components. So first one is user is end user, anyone can who is trying to access the AWS resources is the end user. So an IAM user is a resources in IAM that has associated credential and permissions. Okay, so groups, an IAM user group is collection of IAM users. Role, an IAM role is an IAM identity that you can create in your account that has a specific permissions. Okay, policy, a policy is an entity that when attached to an identity or resources defines the permission. Like we can define the policy and it will define the permission for a specific user. So feature of IAM, okay, shared access to your AWS account, granular permission, secure access to AWS resources, MFA, multi-factor authentication, identity federation, free to use, so there will be no charge to use IAM. So PCI DSS compliance for security purpose, and password policy, password rotation policy. Okay, so let me walk you through like how we can create user, how we can uh, attach policies, how we can, what things we can do in IAM. Okay, so first thing I will be showing you, like I will be creating a user and I will be giving that user to S3 full access. So apart from that, he will be not able to access any other services in AWS. Okay, so let me jump to the AWS console. So here we'll be searching like IAM. Okay, I will be opening in new tab. So let me open it. So IAM is a global service. Here it's showing global, right? So and in EC2 instance it's showing North Virginia. Okay, so North EC2 is not a global service. IAM is a global service. Okay, so here go to the users. I have one user created here, so I will be deleting. So we just have to copy and paste the name and delete it. So I will be creating new user like my user or you. Okay, provide AWS management console access as well. I want to create user, so click on next. So here we are attaching the policy to this user. Okay, so so we are not going to attach customer managed policy, we are going with AWS defined policy. Okay, so here we have to search S3 full. Okay, so we got it like Amazon S3 full access. Just click on next, and you can define any tag as well here if you want, but in my case I am not going to define any tag here. So create user. So user is getting created, so we can just log in into the AWS. So let me see. Okay, so here is the account ID and whatever we have created. So it's got so that it got like so it got logged out. Okay, so I will be cancelling that, reload, because I have not downloaded the credential for that user. So let me see. Signing as a root user first, then click next. So let me try so let me log in again. SPXXHS, I think it's correct. So go to the IAM now. Let me see. if we are able to see the user detail or not. Let me see my YouTube user. So here we will like security credentials, management console, no. So we have not downloaded the CSV file, so that is for only one time. So I will be deleting this. I will be creating again a user to show you like how we can access these things. Okay, leave page. Okay, so go to this my YouTube user, provide access to, I want to create an IAM user, and I will go with the auto generated password and default password. So we have to reset the password when we are going to login. Okay, attach policies directly, we are going with AWS managed policy. S3 will search S3 full access, we got it. Then click on next, create user. So user is getting created, we have to download the CSV file. Okay, and we have to click on it like a start, finish. You have to click on this and this. Wait, let me where it went. So just cancel this, don't save, go here, click on this. Okay, and here we got our username, password. So I will be deleting this so no one can access these things, my AWS account. So we just have to hit this URL, okay, in our browser, and it will prompt for username and password. It will ask. Okay, so IAM user, it's asking, so we will be providing our username here. So that one is here, and what is the default password we got? This one. So default password, sign in, don't save. So we have to reset our password. You can just text and you can just add some random number. So here like I will be pasting it, and I will some add random number. Okay, and I will just go and paste it, confirm password change. So this same way you can follow whenever you have to create one new user. Okay, so apart from it, like let me show you, we have S3 full access, right? So we can do anything in S3, like we can create bucket, we can delete bucket. So let me create one bucket here, my S3 bucket name, anything you can put, choose the region here. Okay, SEL disabled, we are going with the default option. So create bucket, so we are allowed to create bucket, as you can see, and we can upload here any file as well. So add file, add folder. If you want to add folder, then you can choose this option, and if you want to add file, then you can choose add file. Okay, so I will be uploading this, the user credential just we have created. So it's getting uploaded and it's successfully uploaded, so we have to click on it. So now let me show you. We are going to the EC2 console. Okay, so it is visible for us, like we are able to create and launch any EC2 instance or not. Let me show. See, here we are getting API error, because we don't have permission for EC2. Apart from S3, we can not do anything. See, here you are not authorized to perform this operation. Okay, let me show you. I am trying to launch an EC2 instance. So what? The AMI ID is not valid. So see, we are not able to see create new pair, but we will be not allow. You are not authorized to perform this operation. Okay, we cannot override any permission. Whatever policy attached to us, we can only perform those actions. Okay, so yeah, let me go to that S3. I have created one user and I have granted the S3 full access. Then we can create one group here. So let me go to the IAM. So okay, and I will be creating group and I will attach some user to that specific group. Okay, so I don't have permission for IAM as well, so we have to log out here from from here we have to log out. Click on sign out. Okay, login back. So I will be logging as my so F T Z F G. Let me see. M F D P P T. Okay, so it's asking for password. So now I have logged in as a root user. Okay, so I will go to IAM and I will going to create one group. Okay, create group name admin. Okay, so I will attach this user to that group and I will give AWS full access, administrator access. Okay, then he will be like any user that was belong to this group, he can perform any action in AWS. I will create one more user, then I will add to that group. Okay, so my user test, provide console access. I want to create next. I will be not defining any policy here. I will be just attaching this user to that specific group. Okay, so go to the IAM, go to the group, this one admin, add user, my user, add this user. So we have two user in this group. Okay, and permission whatever we have defined, administrator access. So Like suppose if you have like a dev team, QA team, and administrator team, different team, and dev team. So you can create and you can define their access, you can create group, and you can just simply, if you are getting new requirement like, hey, please add create user for me, and if he belongs to like dev team, then you can just add create user, and you can add to dev group. Okay, so you don't have to specify every time the permission you are creating. So whenever you are creating user, you don't have to define permissions every time. It will be like easy for you. And roles. So whenever we are creating role, okay, then we are giving access to our specific resources to execute some operation. Okay, so like AWS services, then if we are going to give any specific kind of permission to our EC2 instance, then we have to select EC2, or you can search other services here, click on it. Like I am going to this EC2 to API, execute API permission. Okay, so where is Amazon API gateway full access? Okay, delete what he can provide full access to create, edit, delete API in Amazon gateway via AWS management console. So we can create, we can give the name API role for create, delete, and so this is the policy we are defining to that role. Okay, so role is getting created. So our role is got created here, so this one, and we can attach to our EC2 instance or any other services we want. Okay, so apart from it, we have policy as well. Okay, so we can create policy, we can choose JSON here, and we can use our any services like, so cloud formation, let me see, all action I am defining. Okay, all action. Next, add a statement, so activate, get, and add resources, and we have to click on next. So you can use AWS policy generator to create custom policy. Okay, you just have to search for AWS policy generator and select the type of policy, S3 bucket policy if you are assigning, then effect, allow, deny. Principal, use a comma to separate the multiple value. Amazon S3, select action, like if you want, then you can IAM policy I am going to create. So it will be like allow all action, and here we have to provide the S3 bucket name. Then we have to click add a statement, and our policy will be get created, and later on we can just come here and paste our policy here, and we can click on next, and we can create our policy and we can attach to that specific user. Okay, so I have shown you like everything in what comes under IAM, identity and access management. I hope you liking and enjoying my video, and you must finding my videos informative. Please don't forget to subscribe, like and comment. If you have any query, then I will be really glad to help you on that. Okay, so thanks, just keep supporting. Thanks, have a nice day, bye.